So I got a delivery today, and I can't do anything with what I got. I got the filter, which looks awesome. I love the waterfall filters. Gives you a nice like trickle sound. Got some carp flags I'm going to surprise my boy with when spring starts. He likes decorated houses. I thought it'd be fun. And then there's this. I thought it was going to be like a vinyl or something. It has double-sided tape. I guess I'm supposed to put in there, it says waterproof. I'm going to put it over the back. Like I did with my computer there, I put a bandana over it. Because all the lights, I mean I have the thing to turn the lights off, but yeah, I'll just drape it over the back. And kind of tape it on there. It'll make it better for when I need to take it on and off anyways. Like, I'm definitely not putting double-sided adhesive in my aquarium. But today's update, I can't do anything. The fish are happy though. Oh, by the way, I finally saw the pleco again last night. Came out after dark. And I settled on a name for him. First off, it is a boy. I'm pretty sure he has the V-shaped pelvic fin. It's hard to tell. But I settled on a name. It's Jiggle Billy. Because every time I see him, he commences the jiggling. Commence the jiggling, y'all. I was sitting in bed. I seen a little triangle. See, I told you it was a boy. See how it's shaped like a V? I guess one's more of a U, it's a girl. I think it's the other way, but you know what that means. Commence the jiggling. Oh, cool, I'm in the photo too. Yeah, I love this little guy. Plecos are one of my favorite fish. Don't want to bother him too much. You know, your phone does this little flash every few minutes, and I think they can see it because they seem to react to it. They seem to see different spectrum than we do. This is part why I'm doing like the weekly updates, so I can get like a bunch of videos. Hopefully I'll get some more pictures of them this week. His colors are way better than my last one. Look at that belly. Look at the belly. You jealous? And I feed him so they don't eat his food. Another issue I was having is I think my snails were eating my last one's food because I was feeding it at the wrong time. Which is very sad. But I haven't seen any snails all day today, so I think I finally got them all. My cleaning, by the way, my cleaning day is Monday, as you can tell. As of this recording, it's Saturday. It's sábado. Magicorp. I love fish, bro. Alright, I got some bad news today. Yeah, so I woke up and the pleco I just bought was dead. I barely had it 24 hours, so I was worried I did something. My water parameters are fine. They're actually the best they've ever been. I have no spikes. The temperature was right in range for him. The only thing I could think is he had these weird black spots on him, which once he died they looked different. It looked like when you get bruised, honestly. And I looked it up. You know, Google Images really helps, and it said it was black spot disease. It's a type of bacterial infection. I mean, you know, of course I feel horrible. I feel responsible, but that's the problem with pet store fish, dude. They just... And I'm a little worried for the rest of my fish now. I mean, I already removed them. I'm not going to show it on camera because I'm not sure what YouTube's policies are on that, and I don't want to gross people out needlessly. I mean, if you want to see it, you can look up black spot disease for plecos. I mean, the colors were different. He had the spots on him in the beginning, and I didn't know. I didn't know what it was. I don't have the best luck with plecos, so I'm not sure if I'm going to get another one. I might do nearite snails because they don't reproduce. Maybe cories. I need some sort of algae eater. The thing is, if I get cories, the goldfish will eat them eventually. But in the future, whenever I get any fish, I'm going to set up a 10-gallon and just leave them in there for at least a week and give them medical treatment to make sure they're healthy before I add them to my main tank, and they don't make anyone else healthy. They don't make anyone else sick. Which is why when I got the new one, I scooped him out and put him in there. I didn't transfer the water. Really bummed me out. Dead fish. I mean a black dead fish. It shouldn't have went from no spots to that many spots overnight. You know, as for the fish, I'm just going to do whatever is best for them. So, in the future, medical tanks. And, well, that's why I do Fish Fridays. I don't have to leave all this in. Hopefully nothing else passes. For everyone's safety, I'm going to add one of these antibacterial tablets. These discolor your water, and they can affect your good bacteria too, but, so I might have a bit of a bloom afterwards, but it'll be better for the fish in the long run. Just, best to be safe than sorry. Yeah, so in the future I'll get a medical tank, and any fish I get from the aquarium are going to go through this on their own, so it doesn't affect everybody. I haven't had to do one of these in a while, and it really freaked me out last time I had to do it. How you doing, Gary? I hope you're okay. I'm blue. If I was green, I would die. I would die. It's blue. If it was green, they would die. Be it actually like the algae. So I ask people in my fish groups. I always recommend being in those and asking people for help. It makes me feel a bit better about there's not really too much I could have done for him. But in the future, things I could have done to make things better. So I wouldn't have to antibacterial all my fish. You should set up another tank. I didn't really think of this. I mean, I thought of it for when they get sick. But when you get new fish, you should set up a temporary tank for the new fish. Quarantine it. See if it needs medical treatment, treat it, and then add it to your main population. That way, if it is sick, if it is dying, because again, pet store fish are just not in the best condition all the time, it won't affect your main tank. And that's something I'm definitely going to make sure to do in the future. I talked about other things I'm going to get for the tank, and you'll see me set up a temporary tank probably under it, and we will do that. Yeah, still a little bummed out. I don't like when anything dies. You know, you ever watch Trigun? There's that scene where Vash is trying to save the butterfly, and Knives kills the spider, and he's like, I wanted them both to live, and he's like, they can't both live. One of them's gonna have to die. Either the spider dies or the butterfly dies. Spider dies quick and starves to death. I don't know. It'll stick with me for a while, that's for sure. I definitely... You know, my last Pleco died after... It was like a 6-year-old Pleco. I had it for 6 years, but it was 6 years old, or a 6-year-old rubber lip. And I had it about 2-3 years, and it was after my crawdad died, and my snail population really started getting out of control, because I wasn't used to their numbers growing without a predator eating them, and they ate all his food, they crapped everywhere, and I just didn't get to it in time. I messed up there bad. I feel still really bad about that today. And that's part of why I'm fixing my tank up right now, why I'm getting a new one, because the snails were a problem. Well, I thought, well, maybe I can... And I know it was sick, I know it's not something I did, but... I made sure to call the pet store. I didn't want my money back. It was like $12. I don't really care about that. But I let them know what happened, because how black he was, I mean, it had to be advanced. And I thought it was his guts when I seen them, because you can see through their belly. You might actually be able to see some of the spots in the previous videos I have of them. I'll make sure to include them in here, even though I pretty much warned them so they can check on the health of their fish. Okay, so what else came in the mail today? Most of my sand and the silicone. Luckily, the sand did not break the silicone. So, it's been raining, so as soon as I can, I'll show you how to seal up the tank. I'll start drying my rocks off so we can get the wall together. I'm going to do the tank before the walls, because I want to run out of silicone on the rocks, not the tank, if it happens. Sorry about the birds in the background. So a little update. You can't see very well. Those fungal tablets, I forgot, they drop the oxygen levels in your tank. My fish, they were gulping up at the top. So I made sure to add a little bubble for them. They seem to really be enjoying it. They're really... You know, these mosquito fish actually live in strong currents, so they keep diving in it and riding it out. It's like the filter. They just treadmill in the filter all day. That's why I call when they go in the water flowing. I mean, they already look like they're breathing better. I'm going to stay up for a while and make sure they're not breathing too heavy. And he already looks like he's doing better. They were having a lot of trouble breathing. I felt bad. Pretty much as soon as the fungal tablet fully dissolved, they, you know, that's why you gotta stay on top of it. Yeah, you gotta immediately look this up when you're having trouble. Okay, so I want to do a little update, something I just learned. I was looking up how long do you need to aerate your tank, because goldfish don't always need aerated air. It's because the oxygen level dropped from the treatment. It said 24 hours, but I read something else very interesting. It also said, aquatic plants actually use more oxygen at night, which was interesting because they started doing it right about when it got dark, about an hour after. So I guess the treatment dropped the air a little bit, and then the plants dropped it more, so they started gulping. I mean, I've been in here all day, and they just started doing it. They had done it like once for long. I thought it was weird. It was like they were feeding, and then I heard them doing it again, and I started all this. But, you know, the more you know. So as you can see, everyone's really energetic and happy. They haven't been gulping. And I gotta leave this for at least 24 hours. I like keep it to turn on and off. Like, honestly, the tank already looks way cleaner because the circulation's better. And I did do their filter today, but I'm gonna hold off on my vacuuming just a little bit because I don't want to remove the water, and I want them to have the antibacterial for a while. So I'm just gonna let them be happy for a bit. The water, I did test the water quality and it is fine, so they'll be okay for a few days. The aeration really seems to keep your tank cleaner, so definitely gonna get a quieter one, set it up on the new tank. So what else do I got today? I got these rocks I need to dry off and get them on the wall. And I got the silicone, so I'm going to fill the tank up and see where it's leaking from. And then I have the stand coming today, so hopefully I'll be able to get all that done soon. This water's looking really good though, so got a lot of stuff out by now. Okay, got my rocks washed off for the final time. They've been soaking about a week. I've been rinsing them every day. And now I got this filling up. So why am I doing it right here? You'll see, so when I have to empty it out, I can just put the pump in there, put it over the edge, it's all going to drain out. So how do you find the leak? Well, first you got to fill it up. Then you just let it settle a long time and you see where it leaks. It might take a while. It might be a slow leak, a fast leak. I don't know. And then once you find it, you have to drain it. You caulk it. You let it set a really long time. And then you caulk it again. So today I have the frame coming, the support stand. I might put that together. I might not put it together until tomorrow. You know, I'm definitely going to be caulking this. I might caulk those. Or silicone, whatever. You put a little balloon over the spout, it helps, but definitely going to just be doing the sealing on this today. I guess how I do these videos, it doesn't really matter though, because it's all going to be edited together, so. Now look how cloudy the water looks. That shouldn't happen from just the air in my hose, so tank probably need to be cleaned out pretty good anyways. She said she didn't use any cleaners, but this is telling me otherwise. Kinda creepy, looks like milk. Yeah, this takes a long time, so like when you want to fill this up in your house, best thing is to run a hose through the window. I'm not even shitting you. I don't know if I have a hose long enough, but I will buy one. She's so confused. It's your new home, you're gonna be a catfish. You like that joke? Big boy taking it to the rim. Big boy taking it to the rim. Anyone that knows that reference, well, you're the only ones that are going to find that funny. Or at least understand it. If you don't, it's just confusing why I keep saying big boy taking it to the rim. This is the white cube. Yeah, I have all my pet salmon in there. They like the little boat and whatnot. Oh, it's going over the edge. It's going over the edge. Realizing we get our yard trimmed tomorrow, so I definitely need to not have this out here tomorrow. So, just gonna let it set for a while, and then I'll come back out here, especially once that stops, and I will see where the leakies are. You really gotta let it set because you don't know how long has it been like that. If it's water from the outside, just best to let it set. As soon as I went inside, she snuck back over there. She knows that I don't let her drink out of the tank. She's so silly. It's only been a few minutes. The water's way clear. I think some of it was the air, but still, it shouldn't be that white. So I'm definitely going to give it a good scrub again. But I'm pretty sure that's my lake. That's coming over the edge is what that's doing. Yeah, it's just coming over the edge. Well, what am I going to do if I can't find the leak? Well, I'm going to seal it anyways. A little extra never hurt. There's two things you can do really. You can strip off the seal that's on there and redo it, or you can just put a little over. I'm going to put a little over. Okay, so I'm not seeing anywhere. I'm going to let it set for a while. Make sure. I want to set and then find out later. This is kind of where I thought. She might have just been overfilling it because the glass end's there. You know, I kind of actually see where the glass isn't lined up right there. I'm pretty sure that's where she's having her issue. So, what am I going to do about it? Well, I'm just going to reseal the whole thing. The sides and the top. But first, I'm going to let it set to make sure. So what I'll do now is I'm going to set a timer for about 1 hour and then I'll come back and check on it. So I went out back to get my caulk gun. And, you know, my whole life people have said caulk. And much later in my life, about mid-20s, I met a handy woman. And she said keolk. Keolk. And I was like, is she like Welsh or something? Is she from Newfoundland? And, well, you know, you probably guessed by now I'm not the best at reading. But she showed me the thing, and it actually is spelt really freaking weird. And my dad actually told me, oh, that's the real way to say it. So he's just been making cock jokes. But I have trouble pronouncing keolk. So I'm just going to say cock. Otherwise it feels like I'm having a mini stroke. I don't want to get close because they'll move, but they have just been huddled around that thing. They say goldfish don't need constant aeration, but it looks like they really want it. Okay, it's been well over an hour. My rocks need turned. But look at this shit. I don't see it leaking anywhere. I do see a problem with the seal now that I've looked for a minute, like right around here. I'm 90% sure that was her problem. It feels really thin down the side there too, so I'll empty it out. I'll show you how to caulk it up. Now again, there's a reason I did this on the wall. Just stick the tube in there. If you're going to get a big aquarium, definitely get one of these. If you've got like a 5-gallon, even a 10, you can use a turkey baster, but works on gas too. I have to go get the clip. I have a clip for it. Now, if you're going to do this in your house, you're going to a big bucket, and you're going to want to stop it by just removing the top. Otherwise, it's going to keep squirting. You're going to get water freaking everywhere. Flipped on my rocks. Excuse me, kitty. So, since I gotta put this clip on anyway, so look, if you try to stop it like this, and it's just gonna be a problem. You can cover it, but you still got water in there. You can take it out, but it drops it all in there. If you have fish in there, it's pretty violent for them. So what you want to do is you want to cork your finger, pick it up, get it upside down like this, and then, or carry it into the bathroom, whatever. Yeah, really be on top of this stuff though when you're doing it. As the hose degrades as well, it'll break down after a while. Or it won't seal as well, like a turkey baster. You can clean it out and prolong its life, but it's not gonna last so long, realistically. I may have put it on Baker's. If you suck the air out, giggity. Oh, I put it on backwards, it's pumping air, and that's funny. That's something else you gotta be aware of. So, you suck the air out, the thing will sink in easier. You clip it on the side there, spoodle it to the bottom. I'll just let it drain for a while, then I'll come back and check on it. What I'll do is after it drains, I'll dry it out, and then I'll put on some seal and I'll fill it back up and see where it's at. Probably flip it the other way too. I mean, I think the low spot's there, so I'm probably going to put that in towards the end, then drain it again, and then flip it around the other way because unevenness on the grass. Like, this will all work for me to not be able to drink out of an aquarium. I used to let her, but she gets like this fervent, weird licking, and I just didn't like it. Afraid she's going to get my fish with her energy. It was like obsessive energy. It wasn't like normal drinking. So looky here. It's been, a little over 20 minutes and about halfway. So I guess this thing takes 40 minutes to empty out. It's really important that it's dry when you do the silicone. So I'm going to try to empty it all out, dry it off, get it all done. The water. Look, now that it's not underwater, you can see that there's a little leak in the seal there. Okay, so it's now been 40 minutes. It slows down as it gets lower, so I guess this needs like the full hour. Look at all them bubbles. Can you hear that? Looks like some like nightclub in a James Bond movie. Oh, by the way, you like spy stuff? Squirrel with a gun? Like, bro, like, dude, Squirrel with a Gun, that game's freaking awesome. My son wanted it. It was on sale. Definitely recommend. But what's more important right now? The sealant. So, I was looking it up. Stuff takes at least 24 hours to glaze over. It takes 48 to get fully dry, up to a week, depending on your conditions. So, yeah, I'm going to seal and be safe for fish. I didn't know that before. I literally put this in an aquarium. Luckily, my fish didn't get freaking killed. Oh, look, a mayfly. Bay tag. Oh, look, he's got yellow stripes. That's kind of different. ADHD, you know? Wow. Yeah, anyway, so we're going to seal this boy up. Once it drains out and it dries. And then I'm just going to let it set a freakishly long time in the back of my car. Because, well, like I said, people are coming to do the lawn tomorrow. Is the cat okay? She must be at a gopher hole. Yeah, she's at a gopher hole. Good kitty. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave it back there to dry. Like, if I just put it there, like, a rock will fly into it and break it or something. Like, trust me. You know, it's that thing. Once you don't want someone to mess with something, it's gonna get messed with. So, probably a few days before I get to finish up the water. Well, I guess it'll be in time for Friday when I upload all this fish stuff. Doesn't make me feel as rushed to put the stand together, though, so I guess I'll put the stand together tomorrow and start siliconing in the wall whenever I silicone the tank. So what am I going to do for the wall? Well, I'm going to take a piece of cardboard, probably from the stand, and I'm going to outline the tank. And then I'm going to set that down, and I'm going to build the wall on top of it. So I know where to put the glue. Might not use all my rocks. I'm going to make them kind of like Tetris pieces, so I can just set them in there and smush them together and their weight be supported. But they're going to need 2 days to dry too, and so I need to do them when I do the silicone for that. And then they'll just sit in the corner of my room on a box. Now the silicone sticks really hard to whatever you get on the carpet. You can peel it off, but it's a bee. You know, use it on a towel. You're going to want to throw that towel away. You don't want to get it in your sink. It's horrible. The brand I was looking at actually said, oh, put it, you know, rub it with your finger. And then it has a warning not to let it come in contact with your skin. So definitely don't, at least wear gloves. Like, don't touch it. I'm going to use a little piece of cardboard to, so it gets a nice wedge shape to it, but, oh man. The worst part of this is my room is just an absolute chaotic mess, and it's going to be that way for several weeks, at least until I get that set up to where I can start putting stuff in it. I just have boxes with stuff everywhere, and ugh. So this towel is actually about the standard size. So I'm going to put this down just to stack my rocks on right now, but it'll help me get what I want out. Before I think of the silicone, then I'll take pictures, know what I want. But it stopped draining, so I'm going to pour it out and let it dry off now. By the way, my male nature took over. I tried to move this thing when it was full. Not happening. It weighs a lot. You know, pushing the car is easier. It's got wheels on it. But I'm going to be lazy and let it drip dry before I pick it up and I put it in the back of the old Odessa there. Give her a final wipe down and get her siliconed. What I'm going to do right now is get my rocks inside. Just leave this tipped over for a while. Got slightly over the edge so it gets a little more aeration. Get the rocks inside. See, I told you, a whole box full of stuff right there. The exercise equipment where my basket goes. That's only out because it's Silas's. And then, I mean, everything's in transitional stage. Top of my desk, too, you know, like, I usually have, like, projects and whatnot up there. Like, a few decorations, but mostly stuff I'm working on. It's all just, like, crammed to the side right now. Why? I want it up there. It's like my soldering gun, sewing kit, and whatnot. But what are we going to do with the rocks? Well, we're going to lay them flat. Like this one, we're going to try to have the widest side down. And then I'm just going to see how well I can stack them. I probably won't use them all. I got more than I needed, but I at least want to make it kind of look like a Japanese castle wall. You know, with the bigger stones and more cut ones like around the corners and then the loose ones. I originally wanted to use brick. Some people say you can use brick, you can use concrete, but you gotta know what's safe, and it's like, it became too hard to find ones that looked natural and actually know what was in there. If they're sold for aquariums, they're overpriced. I might just get a ton of slate and start selling it off Amazon, I tell you. But I'll let you see what I come up with. Maybe I can come up with something that won't need silicone. So check it out, I kind of like it. I left these three out because, I mean, they're huge. And this one, it has these, like, I don't know, it has something on it. I don't know if that's some sort of sealant to use it as a wall. If that's like a natural, like, gypsum that developed in the crack of the stone. I don't want to find out because my fish die. But you look, I got a nice little wall right here. And then right here, my idea is like it fell apart. But it looks like a wall. And probably put a little silicone to hold these guys together. That's about it. I might even have this one, like, again, on the ground. or over here. Actually kind of like that, like it's falling apart. Oh, that looks good. The Buddha statue is going to go right about there. Oh, sorry, it's not Buddha. I believe it's Nichiren. His name is Nichiren. You know, the guy that went around being like, believe in the Lotus Sutra or you're damned. The angry vocalist of Buddhism. But like this wall, like, yeah, it has that falling apart aesthetic. But I think that's a good design. So what we got here, what worried me, I was afraid it's my fish stand. It's light, it's too tiny. It's okay when you open up, though, because the package is really light. I had no idea what this would look like. A big light. It's like a lightsaber. Come and grow your algae. Whoosh, whoosh. You know, it was all sunny and I think it's getting ready to rain again. So, I came out to my car. And I wanted to point out these things on my car. These are butterfly eggs. So if you ever have those, just leave them. I've been waiting for them to hatch. I realize it's been almost a year. They should hatch soon. So I got my tank in here. I wiped up around the edges. And I noticed the seal. It's a little messed up on this side too. Early, the whole seal for the top edge. There's a little gap right here. There's a lot of thin spots. It looks like they gooped it at the bottom. Rung it up once, said it's done. I think someone got it, resealed it, didn't check it. Or may develop problems later because it was just kind of a thin seal. But yeah, just going to go over it again. Then I'll fill it up and drain it out again. And then after all of that, if it's not leaking, we'll move it inside. But we'll probably go get started on that stand next. So check this out. It pushed like all these egg sacs right here, which is great news for me and the turkey baster. Alright. It was super easy to get all those out. It's been about 24 hours, so I'm going to turn the air off for a bit and take a shower, and when I get out, see how they're doing. I might just run that every once in a while for them just to keep them healthy. Yeah, so it looks a little cloudy right now, but moving those it really got all the detritus and stuff. You can tell the bottom's way cleaner, all like packed into some corners. Made it really easy to suck up. So for now, when I want to clean it, I'll probably just do the filter and then that. Day after tomorrow, I'm going to do my cleaning. I'm going to switch my cleanings to Wednesdays because the bacterial stuff, they need 48 hours. Yeah, look, their breathing is way calmer now. Of course, I'm going to keep an eye on them and make sure. So I'm just leaving everything there for now. So I had this like this. Which kind of goes a little too peaky. So I'm thinking I'm going to put it like that. And then I have that big square one still in the aquarium with the Java on it. I'll probably put it like right there. And then fit this in on there. Or put it on top of that one. Figure it out. This is why I have it on my floors. I think this looks more wall-y. I took the point from there. Still might leave that there because it looks like a broken segment. And I'll figure out where to put the square one later. Might sneak it in the back there for the Java moss. Hey, look at this. Now I got those four. So it looks more like a busted wall now. I think this is my final configuration finally. Looks cool. It looks like very square. I heard one of them gulp and I just immediately turned it back on. As soon as it got dark. As soon as it got dark. Okay, so this one is a little, I messed with it and tried it. It's a little tilty. So what I'm going to do is that extra stone I have in the aquarium, I'm going to put in the back. but it'll make all this lean forward a bit and keep it from doing that. It's sunny, you know what that means? Time to grab my kiosk. Now this is the part I've been dreading because it sucks. So I'm just going to show you how to do it real quick and then I'm going to finish it up. Let me find an edge. So you just take this and you just... Well, I gotta get it till the silicone comes out. See it at the edge now. Oh gosh dang. It's so skinny. Don't worry about excess because you can just scrape it off later, peel it off, whatever. Oh, this stuff stinks, dude. Yeah, you want to make sure you have good ventilation wherever you are. Making a little bit of a mess. Oh, it's still coming out. Like I said, it looks like someone did this before, so. Not the first. Like I said, this stuff is horrible. You do not want to get it on your hands or clothes. Anything you wipe up with it, you're going to want to throw away afterwards. Because it's not going to come off. Unless you peel it off. Let's go around the rim. God, it's such a pain in the anus. So you could scrape it while you apply it, and I'm like, oh, it's got a hole. I'll use their hole. Their hole sucks. That's what she said. That's what she said. Shit's just pouring out right now. Honestly, it could just fall on the ground for all I care. It's if it falls to the glass, I can just peel it up. You know, it looks horrible. Oh, and I got a big gob in the bottom. Okay. Stop falling in my tank. Oh my god, this is why I hate this stuff, dude. It will not stop. So you just go up the edge with your cardboard. Just run it through there. "10 out of 10 would not recommend." Was it 0 out of 10? Whatever. Sucks. And just run it up the edge. You see, like, I got a nice goop there. Theoretically, the stuff on the bottom can just dry and I can put sand on it. I'll still try to peel it up. You want a nice smear, that's the point. I'm gonna go throw this away, wash my hands. Okay, so I didn't take my own advice. I gotta wash my hand now. But as you can see, I'll have to flip this video. As you can see, the edge, I got a nice smear in there. It's probably a little wider than it needs to be, but better safe than sorry. So I'm gonna let all this dry up, especially that. Then I'm going to see how it holds the seal. It says it takes 24 hours, so see you tomorrow. Okay, I just got this bad boy put together, and I gotta tell you, China has always had a reputation for bad translations in their user manuals. Ever since AI became a thing, and they started using AI for everything, it's just shit. Now, those instructions did not help beyond pictures. But I mean, it's to care. I picked this one because it has this outlet. So I figured that'll make it a little bit easier for me to get all my power set up. But now I gotta clean off that area over there and get it in here. Well, I got it in the space. Actually looks pretty good. I think it fits there better than the desk. And it didn't mess with the rug. I didn't have to move the rug. So, it's gonna be a pain in the butt. No, I can finally start organizing my room a bit after I plug that in. Yeah, by the way, for anyone who's not born after 2006, ooh, look, it's a phone plug. What's below that? That's a cable. You used to plug that into an antenna on your roof to get TV. You know, as long as we're talking about weird transitions in technology, for a while I had a 91 Lincoln Town Car, which is a luxury car. And to them, luxury meant no cup holders, because you're not drinking and eating in that car. But it had 3 lighters and 3 ashtrays, and 2 of which were in the back seat. So, it was not the most convenient car. They definitely didn't care about child safety. Hello, I am under the water. Look, I finally have all the stuff packed in there. Got my laundry basket back where it goes. Probably find a new spot for that. But right now, got my floor clean finally. Okay, now it's done. I think it looks a-okay. Put the laundry basket in the closet. You hear that? What are them boys gulping for? Yeah, why? Oh, they're hungry. My son's watching some cartoon. What's up, Gary? Look, he saw the bottle. He's all like, yeah, the chips. Oh, there's Maggie. Here's tempura, my big angry boy. Guys are multiple generation. Sometimes I'll get a new one put in there to mix up the genes, but they really don't live that long. Some of my bigger ones I know have been alive 3 years, like Bitfin there. Yeah, my boy. Tempura. Sorry, Tempura. He mad at me. I used the wrong name. The thing is, they're all Gary, because... Meow. Look at the boys. Look at the boys. So I had some live plants arrive today. Some Java moss. I don't remember what that is. Maybe hysteria or something. Wait, here's a tag. Some, that Latin. Anyways, my tank's not ready for them yet. So I'm going to set up my little 10-gallon with some water in it for them to set in until I get it ready for them. Well, so much for having my room organized. So, yeah, I know it looks funny, but I just set up the new light with the plants. Just help them get a little established, and also let me see. Maybe if I have some hitchhikers that'll come crawling out, because they don't like the water. And, no. It just let them get a little established for however long it takes me to do the tank. I don't know if it's going to have to be reset or what, or if it's going to have to be resold or what. But this will just let them recover. Now, the tags, I always keep the tags to my plants. I put them by my food. And the reason I do that is, one, you can look back and see, like, oh, that plant didn't do so well. Or if you want to get more, or you want to recommend a plant to somebody. Or you need to look something up. I mean, you can take pictures and do the Google search, but it's just better to know exactly what you have. Sometimes, like, a Google search will be like, oh, it's this species. Okay, but which subspecies? They're all different. Like, the red ones, like, they need certain water conditions to bring their colors out. Mine turn green. Yada, yada, yada. Anyways, let's go check on that tank. Get a razor blade. Okay, as for this, I'm going to set my caulk gun to the side. I'm going to scrape off some of this extra. It still freaking reeks like sealant. Oh, look, it kind of expanded. Anyways, I'm going to clean it up and then we'll see how it did. So, I cleaned it up. You know, a lot of the axis. I might have to use the front after all as the front because I might have to, you know, I need to make a mesh top for it. I'm just going to get some galvanized steel that I can slide in there, but it'd be a lot easier to do that if it's front facing, especially when it comes time for a water change. You know, because you gotta move that stuff a lot. I mean, I could put a flap on it, but I'm gonna have to take it off completely to do stuff. That, or I'm just gonna set something on top. But my point is, might be using the front. So now, as I did this, it did stink a bit, but after I got the caulk gun out, it really didn't. So I think that was just it. So I'm gonna, and all the bits, the under bits still felt dry. So yeah, I'm gonna wipe it down one more time, and then we're going to see how it does. Look, this is why I wonder about the conscious nature of plants. Like, did the light make them produce more air and float up towards there? Like, how did they get there? Did they do it on their own? Like, they could have gone anywhere in that tank. Why did it float up right there? How did it? Is it conscious, or is it some unconscious system that mimics consciousness? How do they know to grow towards the light? How do they know when something is hurting them? It's weird. I know the lawn's just going to get dirty. I'm going to have to clean it again, but I wanted to wipe it down a little bit. The more I do it, the better it is. I tried moving it to a slightly more level piece of ground. It still kind of leans to the... But I put the lip up on that side this time, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. It already looks uneven as hell, and I'm wondering if that's from the water pressure or how it's setting. Like, you see how that side's a little higher than that side? Science. Another reason I'm wiping it down so much is, you see how the water doesn't look milky this time? Yeah, that woman definitely did something with it. She specifically told me she didn't, though, which makes me concerned. So it's full as hell, and it's pretty clear, but it's also crooked. So I'm just gonna let it set for a while, come back and check it, drain it, flip it around, do it again. It's looking pretty good though. Haven't seen any leaks so far. Also, I'm sorry there hasn't been a painting video in a little while, but this has been taking up all my time. There'll probably be another one here soon. My real goal for that is to do one charity per season, and still technically winter, and we just finished the winter one. So I have plenty of time to finish that painting and start selling it. Besides, when it comes to time usage for taking care of your child, you know, if you got pets, your spare time should go to living things. That is the living things first before your more relaxing things. I do the painting to relax. I have too much stuff to do at the moment, but I'm still sharing it with you. You know, when it's full like this, you really can't see those scratches. So yeah, I'm definitely going to put the front in the front for when I make the top. I ain't even worried about my fish jumping out too much as I am things falling in there. I had a beta, and I used to keep his water a little low because he would skim the rim and get flies. He was really cool beta. Had him when I was a kid. He lasted, I think, about 7 years. And the thing is, I just had him in a little freaking 5-gallon bowl. I didn't know any better. That's just what they did. Like, you go to a fish store, people, I don't think they want the rainbow gravel and the fake decor. You just go in there, that's what you see. They make it seem like that's what you do. They don't tell you the right thing. I mean, the closest they get is sometimes when you buy certain fish, they ask, do you have this size tank? Yeah, beta, they're like, no, you can kill that, come back, buy another one. Made me feel bad as an adult when I got the other one I shared on the channel before. And he only made it like 3-4 years. It was like 3.5 years, but he had major deformities and whatnot and issues from the beginning. And I got him, I tried to make his life better, and I made it as good for him as I could, but after him I decided that I cannot participate in the fish abuse that's going on in the beta trade unless it's from an established dealer, which there aren't really many in my area, and I don't want to contribute to fish abuse. I say it a lot on this channel. She thinks it's okay and she can get away with it because there's not fish in there. She's like, there should be. What? Right here. And here. So I could grab them with my paws. So it's been about an hour, and it doesn't look like there's any leaks. Hopefully no leaks come from the sky either. I mean, there's that dot right there from where I took the hose out. But it looks pretty dry. But I want to be a handy before I bring this in my room and fill it up, because it's going to be a lot of work to fill it up. So I'm going to drain it out, flip it around, try again. Okay, got draining again, set a timer for an hour, and come back, bada boom. So look at this. Top's relatively fine, but it's leaking down there at the bottom. See that? It's like a whole line of it. And you wipe it away, it keeps leaking. And this corner's leaking too. The front right corner and kind of the middle section there. But I'm just going to redo the whole thing. Like the whole bottom. Again, turtles scratch the fuck out of their tanks, so. It's hilarious though, she told me it was leaking at the top. And she took it down. So I'm going to assume that the lady was just wrong. And I could imagine that when it's filled all the way up, it starts. It's weird I didn't notice that before, though, but now I got to empty it out, put it in the back of my car, and reseal it again. That's why I'm doing it so many times, because you don't want this to happen in your room after you just put a shit ton of water in there. So as you can see on the stock tank, like, it's really thick. So I'm going to cut the opening to my thing different so I can get a nice consistent gob when I redo that. And again, it's a good thing I set up this temporary home for these plants. So check this out. It's partially way down. And that side one is kind of bubbling. But the front one is completely stopped. And it's kind of like a slow drip. Yeah, you can feel where it's low right there. But it's right on the other side of this dip where that bump thing is. But yeah, she could have totally thought, I guess it was from the top. Let a little water out, it stops, and she's like, oh, it's okay. I think her turtle just tore it up. But yeah, I'm gonna give that one the benefit of the doubt and seal it back up. I really wanted to make sure, you know, play a little detective there. Look, I found another wannabe leak, like right here. You can kind of see the water moving around under the seal when I do that. So, yeah, definitely just gonna redo the whole thing. I learned my lesson. Don't be lazy. Just do it right the first time. Look, it was low enough, I muscled it and poured it out. And the vacuum is so taut, it can still pull the water out of the bottom. You see the waterfall effect? One time I was trying to flood out some holes right there. It just started coming out the front like that. Kind of beautiful. These would be really cool for making like a trickle waterfall effect in a pond. So the seal on the bottom of this actually looks better than the normal seal. So this looks more like what you get out of the store. I think this is the original seal and someone redid it. After I do it this time, I might risk damaging it and do it on the sidewalk over there. Or on my back porch where it's a little flatter, just so I can be 100% sure it's leaking out. Because it's kind of hard to tell on the bottom on the grass. So the more I'm looking at this, the more I like it. So I'm going to get another one of those light bars to put up there. And I'm going to do all my plants down there. I've been wanting to do bonsai. By the way, anyone wondering about this sad little guy right here? So I had him in the windowsill. Someone gave him to us as a gift. And he didn't do anything. And then he started like, it got cold one night and he got a little too cold. So I moved him somewhere else in the house, and then I thought, hey, this is the best chance for him to get as much light as possible. I think this is one of the ones, like Pathos, you dangle at the top of the aquarium. But, I don't know. I'm going to wait till it takes off before I experiment with anything like that. Okay, so I may have been a little excessive. I used a lot, okay, and tried spreading it with a business card, and as you can see, the car fucking stinks. It does, it fucking reeks. I even did a little on the outside there. Why is it zoomed in so much? That corner. That back one, I figured it must have been leaking from the inside, so I just went heavy on the seam on the inside. So I'm gonna let this dry. Again, yeah, stay ventilated with this. I'm gonna have to open up my car if I drive around in it later or take this out. But, you know, I can clean it up a bit. If it's not going to be exposed, though, I might not, just because extra sealant. But, like, right there, that's my front. Yeah, I'm probably going to clean it up just a little bit, make it a little more squaw. Especially, like, right there, I have a big smear. But I'm going to wait till it's dry to do that. Cutting the thing at an angle definitely helped. I still got about half that gun left, so if I have more issues, we'll find out. So next, I'll move this onto the back porch and we will fill it up. I'll leave it there for a long time to see if we have leaks. But first, it's going to have to dry, and it's probably going to need 48 hours because those are some big goppy spots. So, Bixby will start a timer. So what has Fresh Fridays taught me so far? It's I shouldn't name things and try to schedule them because I'm very bad at planning out how long a video is going to be because this is way too long, so I'm just uploading it now. I feel bad I scared them. And, yeah, I'll just post more updates as I get good-sized videos. Try to keep them about 20 minutes. I have to back up my phone. Well, anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this video. And until the next one, I'll still call them Fish Fridays, but they're going to come out a little more sporadically.